Devarattam. It is a very important traditional Indian folk art form which we may have heard of but not necessarily seen in real life. So, what is Devarattam all about? What is its story? Who performs it? When is it performed? And how is it performed? Find out all about traditional Indian folk art forms through Nam Marabu and Insight. Hi, Mr. Mani, how are you?
I'm great, Vardhini. How are you?
I'm good. And the last time that we met was during Ananda Kondatam 2025
Exactly.
on Esplanade
Yeah,
Outdoor Theatre, right? And the whole show started off with this spectacle,
yeah,
and that was Devarattam. It was the
yeah,
opening item, right?
yeah.
And you were a performer.
Yep.
And okay, the difficulty I had with searching about Devarattam, knowing what Devarattam was, is that there's no Google search returns. It
Exactly.
always there's a movie I think called Devarattam,
Yeah,
but
but to be frank, the movie and the actual dance form doesn't
it's
have any
not related
connection.
at all.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So I had very little information to go off on. And could you perhaps enlighten us what is Devarattam all about?
Yeah, of course, of course. It's my privilege. It's a form of dance from South India. I would say South India because South India at that time was it's a conglomerate of three different
Kingdoms?
kingdoms per se. One is Chola, Chera, Pandya. The other thing is you can call Andhra, Tamil Nadu, and Karnataka. So this dance form mainly originated from the Andhra side of the entire. South India, and it's a form which is danced to welcome the warriors or the kings. Devar means God. There are two forms of two
Right.
meanings. One is Devar means God. God is equivalent to the kings. The kings are called Devar. So the dance which is used to welcome them in front of their chariot. So that's called Devarattam. There's another definition which I also try to Google is these are dance which are danced by Shiva and Parvati. These are
The religious side of it.
so they dance because of happiness and because of making sure that they are things are great.
Looking
So
after us.
looking after us. So they have the power, right? So it's a if you could see in both the cases, the one thing which is very common is power, bravery, and a valor. All these are very famous because and this dance form do have all these things.
Right.
So basically, it does have a component of showing slashing movement, defensive movement, and trying to portray that you're the victorious here. We have come to welcome you. We have come to see you being victory. So it's
Right.
more of kind of this form of dance. So and generally dance forms has adavus, right? So these adavus are basic steps. So
Right.
if you could see this form of dance, they are close to 72 adavus, 72 different steps.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, and we didn't manage to find
Okay.
or learn that many steps, which I would want to. But these 72 steps, so we kind of repeat that steps again and again. And it starts with a slow tempo, and it goes to the second speed, then third speed, and fourth speed.
Okay.
So that's how it is. It's entirely structured. This form of dance. One more thing which I also noted about this dance is this dance, the main for every dance you need a proper music, and the source of the music of this dance is urumi medam,
Right.
the kind of a percussion instrument which gives a unique sound
And
and
a
a
vibration, right?
vibration. Yeah, and you also have this melam called as tudumbu, parai, and all those things. These are all Indian, South Indian percussion
Traditional
instruments,
folk arts, yeah.
the traditional folk instruments. The soul of this song is the vibration which this percussion instrument gives, and with that the people dance. And the movements are all repetitive. And the same movement, they dance it with utmost precision in multiple speeds. First, they dance with single speed, then it goes to 4 speeds, then 16 speeds. One thing which I want.
16?
Yeah.
Like a time 16?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because that's the third speed, like.
Wow, okay,
Yeah.
I see. And how many did you manage to learn?
In fact, we learned with the song. So that's the biggest difference
Okay,
here.
right.
Generally, for Devarattam, they don't they don't dance it with songs. It is only the music. So ele langadi rasave amur rasave. So this has song. This has lyrics in this. So we, in fact, for dancers, we generally, when we hear a song, we kind of perform to the lyrics. We kind of show our expressions. But in this case, our expression has to be a little stern, and we have to enjoy. At the same time, we have to maintain that posture, and we should also not do sing. So these are a little difficulties which we face during the entire performance. But on and all, the performance was great. I think it was, we felt very happy. And one more thing which I wanted to share. Devarattam is generally danced by male.
Yes, it's very male dominant,
But
male
this,
exclusive.
in our performance, it was female dominant.
Yes.
Because we had totally 8 performers. Out of us, 3 of us were male, the other 5 were female.
The tables were turned.
The tables were turned, and they really danced well. Like they gave a very good guide fight to all 3.
I totally agree. It was really nice to look at, and it brings back to the origins of the art form. So it's apparently been documented in Sangam literature as Mun Ter Kuravai and Pin Ter Kuravai.
Yes.
So it's basically chariot, right? Ter is in chariot, and it shows the entire process of how when a king returns victorious from a war, or even if he's just visiting another village, it's customary to perform Devarattam.
Exactly.
And some
just in front, Munter and
Pinter.
Like front of the chariot, behind the chariot, they perform the dance movement.
That's right. And actually, interestingly, even though over time it has become a bit male dominant, in Pinter Kuravai, there is notes that women were equally involved. Yes, it was women and men who would accompany and follow the chariot behind with music.
So then
and
we
dance.
can say that Singapore performance was Pinter Kuravai.
You could say that.
Yeah, true.
Right. And what surprises me is the sync, the amount of precision that the people have. Because as you said, if you have to go up to 16 speeds, imagine, and it's a whole community of them dancing,
And they dance it with entire precision. And if you see that, I've seen a lot of videos of them performing. They don't see each other and dance. In fact, typically, I don't know if you're a dancer or not. If you're a dancer, if you forget something, you kind of go see to your left, see to your right, you adjust yourself. But if you could say, right, they kind of look straight, look down, or look on top, and they dance it. And I don't feel...
No room for error.
No room for error. And they practice a lot, and they practice this 72 adavus, and they change it in a multiple combination. So that's why, if you see, right, it is a dance movement. It doesn't have any other lyrics in that. So you don't need to do a bhava of dance, which means like expressing emotions of the dance. But what you need to is just remember the steps and make sure that you dance it with precisions and formations and everything.
So you need a lot of mental clarity and space.
Yeah, the chants, like there were a lot of steps which were same, but we were trying to twist and turns. Like I still remember there was a step at the last which would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like we remember all these things, like 3 in front, 2 in back, 1 in back. The steps is the same. 1, 2, 3, then back, 1, 2, then front, 1. So we have to dance in a sequence.
But you have to change formation.
Change formation. So it was
all without looking at each other.
all without looking at each other.
Wow.
Yeah. I did remember that I did the same performance with one of my other dancer in Pongal show as well. Little India in IHC.
And I think the nice thing about it, about how Devarattam is proliferated, is one is how it's been interpreted, which, for example, Ananda Kondatam is an example. Ela Lengadi Rasave, it's a take on how we welcomed, or like ancient, in that time, how our forefathers, Tamil forefathers, came across the seas, traveled to Singapore and, set up their livelihoods here. How did that make you feel, and how was it portrayed?
In fact, I felt a little great about that. In fact, your fathers, myself, we all came from India, and we all made Singapore to be a home. It's a place where we are. I have my children's here, my future here. This is my future. This is my country. We are all Singaporeans. Yeah. So the same concept comes in that song. It kind of depicts about how our ancient forefathers came and established this entire country and be a part of this country. So it felt great. I loved the lyrics, but one thing I could not sing along with that lyrics when I was dancing. So that was the only thing which I felt. In fact, if I want, ஏழு கடல் ஏழு மலை தாண்டி எட்டு கட்டு சீமைகளை தாண்டி காடு மலை மெட்டையும் தாண்டி கழனி வலை கலையும் கலந்து கற்பலிலே ஏறி வந்தீரோ ஆனந்த நீ ஆட வந்தீரோ ஏலேலங்கடி ரசாவே அம்மூரு ரசாவே ஏலேலங்கடி ரசாவே அம்மூரு ரசாவே.
Okay, now I got to sing it in English.
Oh my God.
So you're going to translate.
Elelangadi king king, my home king king. Elelangadi king king,
No
my
way.
home king.
I'm fighting with the wrong person here, but
Yeah.
yeah, I feel it's very close to home. Actually, that song was in my head even after the show.
Yeah,
And
true.
it makes me think how traditional folk arts really transcend time, space, and people. And how something that started so long ago can be kept alive.
Exactly.
Even in this age where you can go without learning a dance or even seeing a dance because
In fact-
everything is digital.
In fact, everything, the best part about dance and these folk dances, they have created the dance among themselves, right? It is the celebrations. You see, this is an event.
Right.
You are welcoming a king after his victory. How do you welcome a king? You could welcome it with happiness. You could welcome it with sounds, but at the same time, you are welcoming him with a form of dance, and that has created.
Do you
So,
think they had many rehearsals?
of course, they wouldn't have.
Oh, they wouldn't have.
Yes.
Spoil
So
market.
it's kind of they were all spontaneous. So I've seen because I've visited some of Deep South and I've seen all these people. They don't have formal training.
Right.
What they see is they
really
have it
them.
in their blood. I would
Yeah.
say. Yeah.
That's really surprising, and I
Yeah.
think that takes a lot to learn from, and to appreciate. I think we have to remind ourselves that this is our culture, and this is our roots.
And of course, ATAM is doing a great thing in this because you're bringing that deep culture right from the place across India, and you're bringing it to Singapore so that the kids these days will exactly know. I wouldn't, in fact, to be frank, I knew that there was Devarattam until I danced it last year. That's where I got interest, and now I wanted to learn it more. I want to learn all the 72 adabus so that I can perform in
You
the
can
same.
become Singapore's own Devarattam master. I'm putting it
okay,
on
fine.
record now.
Fine. We
So
would
in
try.
about 10 years, we will come back.
Sure. We'll do another performance.
Exactly.
Yeah. And
Hopefully,
we
I'm
can
still in this job. and I can interview you.
hopefully, I've also been doing all these things,
Exactly.
dance forms. Right?
You will be. And thank you so much for sharing your experience so candidly with us. I think we've all learned more about Devarattam. We've introduced it to, the people here. And I just hope to see more of it, more such performances, and for especially youth to get a chance
Exactly.
to witness and be a part of this culture.
Exactly.
Yep. So
In fact, it was a great experience. Even my fellow dancers, we were just saying we were dancers of the age of 45 to even 16.
Gen X?
Yeah.
Why?
Huh?
X.
Yeah, all generations.
Okay. So, but the Gen Z is the missing part of the
Yeah.
puzzle, right?
Yes.
So once you become master,
Then
you will...
probably I can bring down the Gen Z and all that stuff.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah, so it was a good feeling. It was the form of dance brings all the people, and it's the happiness when you dance it.
Definitely.
Yeah,
So it's not just about the individual, right? These dances are about the community.
Exactly. It
Yeah.
is about the community. And every dance form has a story behind it. And this dance form has, of course, a story that victory is part of life, and you have to be brave. Yeah.
That's
and
great.
Devarattam, Devar Kanatam,
Yes.
Devas Atam.
So
God's
thank you so
dance.
much for sharing that story with us.
Yeah. Thanks, Vardhini. It was great having a chat with you.
The significance of traditional folk art forms is that it's not just about the individual, rather it's about the community. So to learn more about such traditional Indian folk art forms, stay tuned for our next episode of Nam Marabu and Insight.
A story behind it. A story behind it. And this danced. And this danced. And this.